One time where we just hung up the phone with our counselor for telehealth and a random woman jumped in our car. Yeah, so let me remind you. A few years ago, I was going to counseling and I was doing telehealth because I would have to do it on my breaks for work, right? So I'd sit in my car, drive over by the park so I could have the windows down and I could talk to my counselor without anybody hearing me. Okay? This particular day, it was about noon o'clock, lunchtime, maybe one, broad daylight. I'm parked over in the park, city park, middle of everything, right, in this town that I was at the time. And I hang up my telehealth appointment, and I'd been sitting in my Durango with one foot up out of the car window and was just super comfortable and didn't want to go back to work, but was like in the process of pulling my foot back in the car when all of a sudden, on the other side of my car, on the passenger side, this girl is like, let me in, let me in, let me in. And before I could even process the fact that this random chick was banging on my window, she was in my front seat. And she was clearly terrified. She said, don't let him see me, don't let him see me, go, 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 go. He's got a pew-pew. And I'm like looking around and she's like, no, there he is. And she's ducked down, ducked all the way down, basically underneath the dashboard in my front seat at this point. And I'm like trying to like put my hand on her, kind of feel the energy, calm her down maybe a little bit, because I'm not really sure if she's having a mental health crisis or if she's legit about this at this moment. Like, I'm reading the room here. She's lucky she jumped in my car, though, and I didn't panic until her get out. So I start moving forward towards the police station. Thankfully, it was like 30 seconds away from where I was parked. And here comes a truck making a left-hand turn coming towards me. This guy is hanging out the window. And she's like, that's him, that's him. Don't look at me, don't. Like, I looked over at her and she's like, no, he's going to see me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, sister. She was not kidding. This man was chasing her in broad daylight. Okay? So scared, she jumped in a stranger's car. Okay? So she tells me he's going to me and he's got a pew-pew, and I'm like, well, we're going to the police station right now, pulling up. We get to the police station parking lot. I hop out of the car. I know he's not following me. He didn't realize she was in the car with me, thankfully, because I mean, yeah, could have been way worse than it was. Anyway, we pull up, I jump out, and I'm running into the police station. And I'm like, I need a police officer. I need a police officer right now. This lady just jumped in my car. She's terrified. She says some guy's chasing her with a pew-pew, blah, blah, blah. And I get an officer out of the back room or whatever, and we run out into the parking lot. And she's crawling underneath the back of my Durango. Like, she's mortified. She's looking around, like, and basically, the police were dealing with her. They chatted with me for a minute. They got her into the station and let me go. So that was the end of the story for me, almost. So anyway, I go back to work, right? And I'm telling the girls at work this story. And the first thing, they're all like, oh my God. One of them was like, I would have told her to get out. And I was like, thank God I was the one that was there. I don't panic. Like, I'm only panicking when there's nothing to panic about. Anything that crazy that happens, I've already thought about it a million times, and I'm fucking ready. I'm ready. So, anyway, I think about her often, and I hope that she's okay and she got away from that situation, because I have been through DV, and I know how scary that is. And when it's escalated to them chasing you through, like chasing you around in broad daylight, scary. So, I hope you're okay, girl, wherever you are out there. To be honest, I wouldn't even recognize you if I saw, yeah, that's how quick of and you were like, that's how quick of an interaction we had. But I hope you're still alive and interacting. And safe. Definitely safe. Hopefully that guy's in the jail.